Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for IDW Sonic the Hedgehog issue 22. After a few weeks of delays, I think? No, it's Tangle and Whisper that delayed, never mind. But anyway, 22 is finally out, continuing the story of the Metal Virus saga. When we last left our heroes, we were focusing on Tails and his efforts to make a cure for the Metal Virus. He finally figured it out right before Zombot Cheese and Chocola wiped out his servers. And then another Zombot smashed the hard copy of the data. So we're back at square one. Also, Central City has fallen to the Zombots. And we don't know the details yet, but Restoration HQ has fallen as well. And I believe this issue is the story of how Restoration HQ falls. So let's jump right on into issue 22. We have our cover here of Amy, Cheese, Cream, Jamerl, Vector, and Vector and Espio are holding the door back against an army of Zombots. So yeah, we have our story so far. Dr. Eggman has unleashed a metal virus capable of infecting living organic matter and turning into zombie-like robots or Zombots that can infect others and that respond only to his command. Again, that's kind of iffy, as we saw during Crisis City. As the metal virus spreads, cities and heroes, including Sonic himself, have been infected. Now Tails finds himself in Central City, researching a cure. Amy organizes rescue missions for Restoration HQ, and Sonic races to create speed data for Tails' research, as it all comes down to the last minute. And I think that's the exact same story so far that we got in 21. And if you look at the map, we can also see that Central City has not fallen on the map, which really does add to the fact that this is all going on at one time, which is a neat thing. So anyway, our important cast is Sonic, Amy, Cream, Vanilla, Vector, Espio, and Jamerl. So we open in Restoration HQ. Amy is in a really dilapidated room, covered at a desk surrounded in stacks of papers, and she turns back to a computer screen. Oh boy, let's see where we are. Sonic's running around getting data for Tails. He should be near Barricade Town by now, I think. And that's happening now in 23, which we'll see next month. I think it's the 20th is when it's coming out of November. Tails is doing his research in Central City, while Tangle and Whisper cover support and evacuation, his last issue, as the editor's note tells us. Silver is handling the evacuation of Ice Paradise on his own. Looks like Vector and Espio just got back with the refugees from Pine Grove Village. Rouge is still missing in action. Hold on, we saw her during Crisis City. She escaped, right? I'm 99% sure that Rouge escaped the fall of Sunset City, right? And then she looks at the map again. And I'm talking to myself way too much. And Cheese comes in. Break time, Miss Rose? Yes. Please, what do I get? 5 minutes? Weeks? Years? And then she turns and drinks tea with Cheese. Or Cream. Fuck, why do I keep fucking that up? How do you do it, Cream? It's Mother's recipe. And she learned it from her mother. I'd be happy to teach it to you. I mean, stay this upbeat and sunny. And I really do there's this thing going on all through this page, especially in this panel on the bottom left of page 6, where Amy's side of the panel is covered in shades of blue, and Cream is in shades of orange. Really contrasting their sunniness. It isn't easy. I still can't sleep very well. I dream of Cheese and Chocola and what happened, but I know Mother is afraid too. I see everyone hiding here is just as scared, and that spreads just like the metal virus. So I'm gonna be as brave as Cheese was. I'm gonna put on the biggest smile I can and share it with everyone. Good old Cream. And I can do that because of you. You're a hero and an adventurer, and you never give up. You and Mr. Sonic and all of our friends will find a way to save us. So why be sad when I know things will be okay in the end? And Amy's tearing up at that. It is a really sweet speech. Amy gives her a big hug. You're my hero too, Cream. Thank you so much. And I really love it. On the top of page 7 here, as Amy's listening to the speech, we see the orange hues from Cream's side of the room is starting to fight back against Amy's blue hues. And by the time Amy gives Cream that hug, she's fully orange. She's fully in that orange light now. As we see on the rest of the page. Now then, how do you take your tea? Right now? Plain's fine. I just need something to keep me up. And then that's when the message from Tails comes in from last issue. Tails to Restoration HQ. Do you copy? I'm checking in. I'm here, Tails. How's the cure coming? And meanwhile, on Lost Hex, where Starline was trying to get the Deadly Six to come help out with the metal virus, the leader is talking to the rest of the crew. We've been granted a golden opportunity. Eggman's newest patsy has invited us into his base. He expects us to fix the crisis on the world below. We will accept his hospitality, and then punish him for it. And then the green member, unless, this is another trap. I'd rather not be Eggman's slave again, Kay? Thanks. You dare! And he, raises his hand to strike her. Then he, puts it down, slams it into his palm. We underestimated the Doctor the first time. This time we are prepared. We will punish him for our humiliation. We will destroy Sonic for defeating us, and we'll grind their world to dust in retribution. I definitely feel this is more like build up for the third arc, whenever the metal virus passes. Because then we go right back to the actual storyline. Thanks for the refreshments. I'd love to relax with you, but I should get back to work. And Cream hugs her again. Me too. And they both wave goodbye as Cream leaves. Cream goes back to another room in the Restoration HQ where we see just how crowded the survivors are. Quit shoving. Froggy, where are you? Where's Big? That's clearly a Big line, but I don't see Big anywhere. Is this all the space they have? And Cream looks down at them. We don't have enough room for everyone. And she hears a really loud voice that gets everyone's attention. I said, back off, Mac! Oh. And it's Vector and Espio have brought Zombot Charmy. And, he's, contained, but they still have him. Unit's designation is not Mac, it is Jamurl. So I'm guessing Jamurl is trying to, stop them from bringing actual Zombot into Restoration HQ. I don't care if it were king of everything. You ain't throwing Charmy out. You have brought in a Zombot. He is a pathogenic threat to Cream. He must be removed. He got infected by being a hero. I didn't carry his containment bubble everywhere and track him down just for you to throw him out. The Chaotix don't abandon their own. I'll look after him, and I'll have an easier time without you breathing down my neck. And Demurl just, counters back, this unit does not breathe. You know what I mean! And even, Espio, kind of, freaking out at how harsh, how loud Vector is. Though, worryingly, we see that Vector is clearly no longer holding the containment bubble. But Vector catches it. I do love that we have the shot of, Vector catching it, looking a little, chagrined at himself. And, Cream flies into the fight. Jamurl, it's okay! Negative. Charmy B is a threat to your health. We talked about this, remember? Affirmative. Charmy B is a victim, but Mr. Vector and Mr. Espio will take good care of him. They won't let anyone get sick from him. I understand your concern, but Vector has a solid plan. We'll securely store Charmy in Tails' lab alongside Omega. Once Tails has found the cure, Charmy will be immediately accessible. Oh no, that's Espio talking, my bad. That changes the whole tone. I'm not gonna say that line again, because I don't want to. But Cream is that sounds like a wonderful plan. It is acceptable. Don't be discouraged. You'll learn to think like us one day. Illogically and self-destructively? No. That's kind of, a weird, is Jamurl with Cream to learn how to be, not human, because they're animals, they're not human, but whatever the term, emotional, non-robotic, to think like a living, breathing being? I don't know what term I would use, but anyway, I did not read that as why Jamurl was with them. But anyway, I don't know. Sheesh. And we cut to some other Mobians. Sheesh. Not much room to move, huh? Are we still calling them Mobians? The Mobian was big in the Archie canon, but I don't think it ever showed up in the games, so I don't know if IDW is using Mobian. Anyway, not much room to move, huh? Is this inch taken? And this guy, wrapped up in a blanket. It's fine. I've been here for a while. You? Just got in from Pine Grove Village. Never been. It was nice. I'm sure it was. I'm from Glass Hill. Eggman didn't come anywhere near us. It was all Zombots from other places that just wandered into town and the guy starts, sweating and freaking out. Hey, are you okay? I'm sorry. And his hood comes off, and he is, like, fully infected. You know, it's, like, spread all over his face. I just didn't want to be alone. Oh, fuck. That's how Resistance HQ falls. And you can also kind of see it on his face all through that conversation. I kind of read it as, like, sweat, or even just, like, ignored it. But no, that's infection. Alright. My first impression of this seemed like, oh, it's nice to check in with, like, the you know, background characters. Remind us that, like, this war has human costs, and not just to our heroes. But also, yikes. He came in while infected. Zombot! It's a Zombot! And he's like, he very quickly fully turns Zombot. No! Help! And everyone's trying to run away, but again, there's just not that much space in there. They've been crammed together, so they're all gonna get infected. Everyone stay calm, don't oof! And someone like runs into Vector. Look out, Cream, and Jamur like grabs Cream and flies away. No! Charmy! And we see the containment unit has started to crack. Let me through, it's gonna! And Charmy has now enough strength to break through the containment barrier, the containment bubble. We now have a flying Zombot in Restoration HQ. This is very bad. Run! Help! We see Charmy is now free and ready to infect. And Cream calls, Mother! I don't know is Vanilla down there? Oh shit. And Espio slams on the alarm. The alarm has been sounded. And we come back to Amy. Oh no. All pilots to your shuttles. Prep for immediate takeoff. Restoration HQ has been compromised. I'm initiating a full evac. All field teams, and just then the monkey and has grabbed Jamurl and is like flying into HQ. And Amy just goes to town on him with her hammer. Just want to say, I love how fast Amy switches into, like, leader mode. You know, she, like, doesn't panic. She immediately is, like, plotting the evacuation. Good for her. I've said it before, and I will say it many times in the future. I love this depiction of Amy. It's so good. She's fantastic in the series. How bad is it? 10% infection and growing exponentially. I cannot contain active Zombots. Hold on. I thought she was, like, asking that how infected Jamurl was, but no, then I was like, wait a second, Jamurl can't be infected, so what's going on there? He's saying that it's the refugees, 10% are infected. Grab Omega and get to the launch bay. Scan everyone who tries to get in. Negative. I must protect Cream. I lost her when I was attacked. I must... and Amy, like, grabs him by the face. You're the fastest one here, and we'll need Tails to rebuild Omega later to protect everyone. Get Omega, get to the shuttles. I'll find Cream and bring her right to you. I love how much, like, Amy is such, like, a pragmatic, practical leader. She's so well written. I love Amy so much. Orders acknowledged, and he flies off to, you know, grab Omega, and we see that even as Amy is, like, forced to become this very practical leader, she still is really concerned over, you know, the fact that the refugees that she was protecting are dying. And she looks out at the horde. They've all either are infected or are mid-infection. And she glares at them. She steps out onto the rail, and she jumps down into the fray. With her hammer, like, throwing Zombots away. Cream, we've got to go. Mother! And she's found Vanilla, who is now surrounded by Zombots, and I think she's made contact with that Red Fox guy. She's gone. Miss Rose, please, get my little girl to safety. And seeing Vanilla, you know, about to be killed, Amy tears up, and then, like, glares. And she jumps up, she uses her hammer as, like, a leverage to jump up and grab Cream as Vanilla is infected. Her last words, thank you. No, Mother, no! And then, like, Jamurl and Vector are, like, trying to close the door as Amy holds Cream back. No! Go back! Go back! They close the door. Jamurl? Mission objectives complete. Scanning. You are both free of infection. Go back. Please! And then she goes on to the evac ship. Where are the other pilots? Only one made it through. Not that many of the refugees made it either. Go find your... And then she, like, puts Cream down. Go find your seat. I'll be with you in just a second, okay? And SBO leads Cream off. And then she turns back to Jamurl and Vector. Scan complete. Everyone within is infected to some degree. Alright, let's close it up before... And as they're closing the door, Charmy bursts through. And Vector grabs Charmy. Oh, no you don't! I swear, kid, you're such a pain in my tail. And we see the infection, like, spreading to Vector now. Vector! Vector is compromised. Immediate quarantine required. Yeah. I guess this is what I get for looking after my own. I'll beat him back. Close up the door behind me. And Vector, like, stays behind to fight them back as sacrificing himself so the rest can escape. Hey, SBO, you're lead detective now. And the door closes. Wow. And everyone can only... Jamurl, SBO, and Amy all just, like, stare in horror. Vector is very strong. As a Zombot, he will break down the doors soon. And Amy, like, sniffs and, like, wipes her tears away. You're right. Come on, we need to go. SBO, come on, we've got to escape. Roger that. And the ship takes off. Soon, Central City Bay, right where we left off last month. Come on, people, our ride is here. Hustle. Tangle's, herding the refugees into the evac ship. Tails, we're airborne, come on. And Tails flies off as his ship is destroyed to reach the evac ship. Wait, where are the other shuttles? We didn't have many, but we're on the only one that made it out. What are you saying? Restoration HQ has fallen, and almost everyone with it. No. Even if the upload was incomplete, I could have still done something in my lab there. You mean the data for the cure? It's gone. The Zombots trashed everything. Our only hope now is that Sonic gets back with his data analyzer intact. And then, as the issue ends, Tangle gets a call. Jewel? Yeah, I can hear. Slow down. What's happening? Next time, the same day, a different adventure. Again, which is how last chapter ended too. So we're now right at the point where we left off last month. But now we have seen the incredibly harrowing story of the fall of Restoration HQ. Yeah, this is... I said this last month, and I'll say it again here. The last minute has really kind of been the kick in the pants that the Metal Virus arc is really needed. Because this issue is phenomenal. Yeah, we have a little bit on Lost Hex. Whatever, I don't quite know what to make of that. It's probably a third arc. But beyond that one page, it's just Restoration HQ and its demise of... I mean, I'm trying to think of, like, the Red Monkey, is just... I understand why he did what he... Like, he is a really tragic character, even as he's, responsible for all of Restoration HQ falling. But, like, I understand why he would try to sneak in, why he'd try to survive for just a little bit. Even if he fucked everyone over in the end. Yeah, and I love this, like, attention paid to these minor characters. Here on page 12, with, I guess she's like a skunk, and not a skunk, a squirrel, certainly not a skunk, and the monkey. Like, it's such a great conversation with them, even before you realize that he's infected, and that the signs of infection are there from the very beginning. It's sweet, and it's the kind of thing that gives an arc like this emotional grounding. It's not just affecting Sonic and crew, it's affecting everyone. Everyone is at risk from this. Everyone is affected by this. And that's just good storytelling. And then, of course, the infection happens, Charmy breaks free, and Vector, Vector pays the price for trying for trying to bring Charmy in. I love that Vector doesn't even, like, have to be persuaded. Like, there's no, oh, Vector, this is all your fault. Vector sees it, he sees Charmy come in, and immediately he's like, yeah, I have to make amends for this. If Charmy gets on that ship, this is my fault, and I have to stop this. And so he does. And he has one hell of a big damn hero's moment. as he, holds off the Zombots while he's infected. That, hey, SBO, you're lead detective now. Y'all. If there's any complaints in all this, it's the knowledge that everyone will be cured. But even so, there still is such, good weight behind all of this. And it's come to such a point that I'm curious if there will still... a part of me doesn't think that it's all just going to go away. I don't think it will ever go away. The people who are infected might have something that remains from their time as Zombots. I don't know if there will ever be a return to normalcy after this. There will ever be a point where, the battle is done, and now, there are no... there will certainly be emotional after effects, long after this arc is over, but even, physical after effects. I don't know. A lot remains to be seen. And it makes for some hard reading. It's one of those moments where you're like, wait a second, this comic is marketed to children. Children who've spent all of this year watching their favorite characters be killed off one by one to a zombie infection. And even if they will be okay, that's gotta be hard on the kids reading this. But yeah, now right where we left off, something's wrong with Jewel. Which might be made clear once Tangle and Whisper finishes next month. Issue 3, by the way, my live reaction for that will be out sometime tonight. And yeah, things aren't going hot, and next time we're going to Sonic and what's going on with him. So, yeah, I'm going to leave this video off here. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself, the issue and the video itself. If you did, don't forget to drop me a like or subscribe, or, do whatever makes you happy, And remember, your life is your own, okay? Bye.